Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So we're going to go ahead and take down the GT Legendary Goku event again with another category team. And we of course are going to be doing it no item. Now again, I did mention I wanted to, utilize the new categories introduced by a couple of the Dokkan Festival exclusives that are coming to Global Dokkan, very soon, right? I probably, actually, there's a third one I should do with, and that's Warriors of Legend. I think I should use LR Tapion's team, and also, no item, the GT Legendary Goku event. All these characters that are going to be coming to Global soon, to sort of give you guys a good look at what these characters are capable of doing here in the GT Legendary Goku event, and like how solid their teams are, right? So, again, we're doing this no item with the Prodigal Warrior category team. This, of course, is the category team that is led by the Dokkan Fest Trunks and Goten. Now, Dokkan Fest Trunks and Goten are very good, but it's like, there's just a couple of quirky things about them. Number one is that their effectiveness is drastically reduced before they get their active skill off, right? Without their active skill, this unit can really struggle, right? Like, the team build we're running too is very, very quirky. We definitely need, maybe like Piccolo and Frieza to be on that rotation together to share shocking speed, or some of these tournament power units to be together to share tournament power, or the GT Vegeta or this Rainbow Orb changing. But Trunks and Goten, I mean, I don't really have a good partner for them in this video, right? Now I could have brought the Easy A Physical Kid Trunks. Now, I did previously use him in the no-item run for Battle of Wits, but the problem is, with that Kid Trunks, like, what I was doing with that was Kid Trunks and Android 18 together, and we had the umbrella of all of the, STR Vegito and stuff like that around to sort of help that out also, right? And then, 18 and Kid Trunks are supporting each other, both giving each other support, they've got the damage reduction and stuff like that. I wasn't really too sure that I wanted to try with Kid Trunks and Dokkan Fest Trunks and Goten, just sort of like rocking them in the same rotation all the way through. Now this was maybe like my third try or something like that. I was sort of swapping in and out a few different units, right? Like I was trying the Int Golden Frieza, but like I don't have him highly link leveled. It's funny, like I'm doing so many of these no-item runs before I've put in the work on some of these characters to get them fully link leveled, right? Like in my Dokkan Fest Piccolo is not done, Int Golden Frieza is not done, right? Like those types of characters. When I say the Int Golden Frieza, I mean the Resurrection F1, by the way, too, not the Angel Golden Frieza, obviously. I brought LR Evolution Blue Vegeta. I mean, he's just so good. He is just like a must-run. He destroys this event for numerous different reasons, right? Especially the damage you'll see from LR Evolution Blue Vegeta when he's able to like double and triple super attack, and he's able to get all of these extra crits in. The damage he's able to do is crazy. Now, here's the thing. Trunks and Goten, a big portion of their kit and of them being an effective unit is their active skill, right? You get the active skill off, and then they become just like God, right? Like, they're just so crazy. So that's why this event in particular sometimes can be a bit tricky for them, especially if we're rocking 2 on the team, as we are right here. So in order to use their active skill, which really, again, shoots their effectiveness way up, they have to have another Kid Trunks or Kid Goten on rotation. Now, they themselves, as a leader, will fulfill that condition. So the point of what I'm trying to do here is I want both of the Kid Trunks and Gotens on the same rotation by the time we get to the STR Great Ape Kid Goku. That's what is very problematic for this no-item run here with Trunks and Goten, is that phase is pretty scary against that Great Ape Goku. Like, if he gets a super attack off on the Goten and Trunks, like, it's GG. Like, we're done, right? So that's why, like, I could have popped their active skill potentially earlier on in the fight, maybe against the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, get a bunch of dodges in to build up their effectiveness. But I chose not to do that because, again, I wanted to just aim the active skills on the turn when we're fighting Great Ape Goku. Because, again, against Great Ape Goku, we will have guaranteed dodging. When the active skill is up, Trunks and Goten have guaranteed dodging for that turn. So we are not going to have to worry about them sustaining any damage whatsoever with, you know, that up. Now, by the way, so we actually do get this. This is pretty crazy. If you guys noticed by the little revive icon at the bottom, it's sort of like glowing and dancing, signifying that the conditions are fulfilled to actually revive. So we are going to be able to utilize the revive mechanic right here with LR Evolution Blue Vegeta. I wasn't really trying to get this, but as soon as I started the turnout and saw that I could, I was like, oh, let's go ahead and get this if Vegeta doesn't like triple crit. So we actually do end up getting the revive. Now, it might seem like, oh, it's early in the fight, you know, it's a waste to utilize it so early, but that's not true. The points of this fight that were the most difficult with this team build I'm running is Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Great Ape. Once we get past Great Ape, we're good. I believe the first time I made it past Great Ape Goku during doing these attempts, I got the no item run done, right? But again, it's only like 3 attempts or 2 or 4, something like that. Again, I have to have both Trunks and Goten. We've got to keep them on the same rotation. Like, that is very important that Trunks and Goten are on the same rotation going into the Great Ape Kid Goku fight, because we've got to be able to pop their active skills, right, and go ahead and rely upon them. The other thing about Trunks and Goten that can be a little bit quirky, especially with this team build I'm running, is that they get all of their defense on super attack. So a situation like this, them not having their defense up, they could sustain a lot of damage. And especially depending upon if they get their great chance, right? They have 2 separate 70% great chances to get, 50% attack and defense, right? So, like, if we have a situation where, you know, we don't have any of those active and then Trunks and Goten are in the first slot like they were right here, you know, they could take well over 100k damage. But after they super attack, we don't really need to worry about it so much. Now, again, throughout this video, honestly, their performance is not really that impressive, the Trunks and Goten. But keep in mind that the situations I'm running these units in this video are not really good, right? Like, this is just a number of bad situations that we're utilizing Trunks and Goten in throughout this video, right? So that's definitely something you do want to keep in mind, right? This is more so like just getting this done with their category team. I wasn't really worried about making Trunks and Goten themselves look good. That's the entire reason why I gave them their own separate video, right? I don't know what I haven't even thought, like, dude, LR Tapion, as cool as he is, he's a pretty forgettable unit. Like, just completely, like, just completely forgotten about him, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, LR, it's summonable. His last summonable LR came out 3 weeks ago or something. Like, oh yeah. So, like, I might do a solo video for LR Tapion in here, and then do, like, a Warriors of Legend category video. We'll see, right? I do want to do that. I also am going to do Defenders of Justice, Videl's category team, right? Because, again, there's 3 major units that are on JP Dokkan right now that are not on Global Dokkan. That's Dokkan Fest Videl, Dokkan Fest Trunks and Goten, and then the LR Tapion and Minosha. All 3 of those, like, major premium Dokkan Fest or summonable LR characters are not currently on Dokkan, or Global Dokkan, right? And there is also all the 6-year anniversary units, but, like, I guess we always think of those differently since we know, like, the exact release dates of when those guys are going to be coming, right? Android 17 and Golden Frieza, Team Universe 7, EGL UI Goku, and LR Evolution Blue Vegeta. I might do, like, solo videos for some of them, just sort of, like, focusing in on letting them carry us through the events. Like, maybe even just, like, because when I did my no-item Refs of Universe 7 run, I was being very obstinate. Like, I wanted to just be like, all right, I'm going to jump in here, like, you know, double AGL UI Goku as leader and friend, and I'm just going to brute force this and just show, like, how godly AGL UI Goku is, that it doesn't even matter that the final phase is a hard counter to him. He still will completely cream pie this event, which is what happened, right? In that video, I used, like, LR Universe 7 and some of these other units. You guys let me know if you would like to see another separate video on what I'm talking about, specifically the units that are still coming to Global, right? And then if there's any major units you want me to sort of do a team focusing specifically on how that character will perform in the Legendary Goku event, the GT Legendary Goku event, just let me know. So I'm sort of talking over it, but this is the rotation right here, where we popped the active skills for Trunks and Goten. both of them right here, and then we got the guaranteed dodging, right? So with the guaranteed dodging, every dodge that Trunks and Goten get gives them a 7% chance to dodge. It gives them 10% attack and defense, and it gives them 3 ki, right? Up to a maximum of 50% extra attack and defense, 3 ki, and 30% chance to dodge. So that's another reason why using their active skill early can be very good, because, you know, then they build up a dodge chance, and then, you know, you could sort of then dodge more to fully complete their passive if you weren't able to do it when their active skill is up. But for this run specifically, I needed to absolutely ensure that I was getting the active skill here against the Great Ape Goku, right? Because I could not allow him to super attack Trunks and Goten, because once they get slapped with one of the Great Ape Goku super attacks, like, it was GG, right? This really, again, for this run, this particular team build I'm using, this is the scariest phase right here. In Super Saiyan 4, Goku goes down rather easily, because of the fact that we just have so many physical type units on the team, right? Piccolo, Frieza, both Trunks and Goten's. Like, that's one reason that, again, this phase is just so scary, is because we're rocking so freaking many of these physical type units, right? And then obviously some of them, like Vegeta, is going to be able to just completely tear through that ultra full power Goku once we get to the end. We do have Tech Khalifa around as well. So remember that Tech Khalifa, the way she works is she gets guaranteed dodging against Pure Saiyans and Universal Survival Saga enemies. This, of course, is a Pure Saiyan the entire way through, so Khalifa has guaranteed dodges all over the place. We got very lucky right there that the super attack was on Khalifa. But with Khalifa's guaranteed dodging, you know, she does also stack defense on her super attack, by the way. So what's going to happen is we're sort of going through the event. Khalifa is stacking her defense every single time we're able to get super attacks for her. And then she is also able to guarantee dodge, like, all of the phases up until Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Once we get to that tech phase, that's when no longer are we going to be getting the guaranteed dodging from her. But it takes so long to get to that portion that her defensive stacking will have kicked in nicely. Khalifa, I've noticed, is a unit that does stack her defense rather slow. She's not one of these super fast defensive stacking characters, but, you know, again, throughout the course of the entire event, we'll have more than enough time to get her up. Trunks and Goten, by the way, so during this phase, any additional dodges they might get, remember, are going to give them extra dodge chance, extra attack and defense and stuff like that. Preferably, I would like to get Trunks and Goten fully built up with their passive, but I don't think either... Oh, there was a dodge right there. That's nice. But I don't think either Trunks and Goten get their fully built-up passives by the time we get to Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is unfortunate, right? Because I would really want them to be fully built up by the time we have to tussle with, you know, that tech Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who just does abominable damage, right? Like, that Dragon Fist is really scary. Now Piccolo, I'm using Piccolo on the team. Piccolo really is just so fun to use, right? Provided you have, like, a good unit with him that could sort of activate at least, like, a key link or something, which we've got with Angel Gold and Frieza. Piccolo, being able to see where enemy super attacks are, it really is just the single strongest ability in the game. Like there's nothing above that, I think. I believe that. I think the Scouter effect is, like, the single strongest ability that you could pretty much have. Like, it's so overpowered. So, like, Piccolo, like, it's so good. Like, this turn right here, right? Like, I may have considered maybe even putting Trunks and Goten in that middle slot right there, right? And had I done that, we're dead. Like we would have been, well, it depends. It depends. Trunks and Goten, they could survive a super attack from this guy. I think depending upon how many of their 50%, or the 70% extra 50% defensive buffs they get, right? If they have both of them active and they super attacked, I do think they probably could survive a super attack from this guy, but he is still really, really scary, right? Obviously, Angel Gold and Frieza, we know how good he is. I don't think I ever transform with him. Honestly, I think by this point, I could have transformed with Angel Gold and Frieza, and we could have just, you know, gone with the additional damage that he can get. But I believe I just sort of keep him in his base form, or, you know, I guess, well, you know, his final form, but technically, that Frieza's final form, with air quotations, is actually his true base form. So, I mean, you could call that base Frieza, and that is, like, technically correct, right? All right, but yeah, by now we basically are completely good against this guy. It's just as long as like one of the Trunks and Gotens without a lot of their passive, like as long as like they don't get caught, right, potentially in a super attack or something like that, like we are going to be good at this point. So it's like, I guess we still could die on any turn, right, because Tech Khalifa, she's not rocking 600k defense. I think she could eat a super attack as long as like too many other characters aren't going to take a lot of damage in the turn as well, right, which is something that will be good. Vegeta, like, you know, having all this in orbs in front of us is going to heal us up nicely, as well as allow Vegeta to just do ridiculous, godly amounts of damage. A ton of tech orbs for Khalifa also. Tech Khalifa works pretty well with Evolution Blue Vegeta, so the two of them, of course, are going to be fine sort of as a rotation like this, you know, in this final phase of the fight. But again, this is where Trunks and Goten, this is like sort of a difficult content stage that can sort of trip them up a little bit, right? Because one of the strengths of the Trunks and Goten unit is that, oh, there we go, double super guaranteed crit right here, is that, again, after the active skill, they have the active skill turn of guaranteed dodging, but then for the full rest of the fight, they have dodge chance along with how high their defense is on super attack. But, you know, this Goku hard counters that by nullifying their ability to dodge, which really makes Trunks and Goten quite a bit worse against him. Honestly, both Trunks and Goten and Videl, dodge is a very important part of both of those units' kits, right? So this Goku does sort of counter both of them. Now, Videl is just far more impressive in this event than Trunks and Goten are, right? But Trunks and Goten, they definitely are able to contribute heavily, I think, throughout our run right here. We're able to get another one of these active skill super attacks in by Vegeta. Neither of these Vegeta active skills really did that much damage. Like, they're able to do 1 million damage, which, is, you know, is fine, I guess, but, you know, I really, it's just unfortunate we didn't get, like, any crits or anything, especially with that Vegeta. Like, if his active skill would actually crit, like, maybe it would have done a little bit more damage. My Evolution Blue Vegeta doesn't have very much crit built into his kit, because when it comes to him just normal super attacking, he has a 50% chance to crit anyway, right? So it's like, additionals are good, but giving crits to LR AGLUI or LR Evolution Blue Vegeta, you give them crits so they can crit on their active skill, really, more so than any of their other attacks, since their super attacks have that 50% chance to crit on it anyway. And it's going to be very, very rare that you would ever miss, I think, a super attack with AGLUI Goku or Evolution Blue Vegeta, not even get the 12 key. That's not going to be something that's very common. All right, so we get to this turn right here, and we got the Dokkan attack with LR Evolution Blue Vegeta. So obviously we're going to do just a tremendous amount of damage and be able to absolutely incinerate this Goku with like the Dokkan attack, right? So Khalifa does eat a super attack right here, but you know, we're now so deep into the event that she could actually even tank a super. It still wasn't even that, like 400k. Like what is this, like turn 25 plus or something like that? Let me see what turn this is, because like that's a fair amount of damage she took. Oh, not even gonna be able to get to see. Damn it. Okay, well, it's fine. Well, y'all saw, yeah, it was like turn 25 plus or something like that, and she still ate 400k from a super attack. Like, that's so scary. Like, I really could have died from that when the very next attack would have killed Goku. Like, that would have been such a bummer, right? So, pretty long run, 30 minutes right there. We were able to get it done. I mean, the Prodigal Warrior category is pretty big. There's definitely many different options that you could use to potentially take this event down. You have a lot of different characters who could get the job done. As far as my team's equips and link levels, many of these characters are like pretty much completely done. It's only Piccolo and Khalifa who are not done. Really, I should try and look into maybe giving Piccolo some extra equips or something like that. But like gold equips are just so hard to come by, right? It's like, I find it, like, I have plenty of, like, silver and bronze equips to give all the units in the game, but gold equips, I don't know, maybe I'm just, like, very cautious about giving them to anything besides super top-tier characters, but I just feel like I never get good gold equips from Chain Battle. I mean, me and everyone else, right? So, let me know what you guys think of the no-item run with the Prodigal Warrior category team. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.